Yeah, that was good. Great red zone defense and created turnovers at timely moments, and that last one was huge to kind of seal the deal. That's something we struggled with was closing out games, and thought special teams really was consistent all game, which was good. Got to play better offensively and be more opportunistic there, but you know, that's a team that's gotten better each week, and we knew we'd have a challenge.
Okay, now in the front row, on the right.
Coach, did you kind of feel like that fumble almost kind of deflated you a little bit, and did you kind of like the way the team kind of fought back to that adversity?
Yeah, I liked the way the defense did. I didn't think offense really recovered well after that. I felt like we were flat after that fumble, and that's something that we've done that twice this year, trying to reach the ball over on an early down, and that's on us as coaches, and I got to do a better job of explaining the situation and making sure he doesn't do that again. So I'll take that one. But I didn't think we responded great offensively after that play, but I thought defensively stepped up.
Okay, on the TV riser in the back.
Coach, not a huge day for Kiki at the receiver spot, but obviously right out of the gate, he takes the kickoff back for a touchdown. How big of a boost was that, and you surprised they kicked it to him?
We haven't had many returns this year. That we played a bunch of guys who can kick it out of the end zone, and we knew going in the game we'd have a shot. They hadn't had a ton of touchbacks coming in, and it was blocked well, and he hit it. And anytime the ball's in his hands, something special can happen. So I was excited to see him make that play.
Okay, here on the right, Coach's right.
Cliff, can you pinpoint some of the struggles on offense, the inconsistencies on offense? Is there any particular thing you see off the top of your head?
Yeah, I just think at times we just get stagnant. I felt like in the first half we didn't have many possessions, missed a couple of things that you'd like to hit, and then second half it was a little funky after we fumbled on the one. I just felt like we didn't recover, and then you get in a situation where we're trying to run some clock and didn't have many explosive plays after that.
Okay, now in the front.
Cliff, follow up on Kiki. Can you remind me, when did you put him back on kickoff return?
It's been several weeks. I don't know the exact date, but a couple weeks ago we had him back there.
And a follow up on some of the defensive goal line play that Broderick Washington made. What did you see there?
He just did a great job getting penetration, and those guys really stood up down there, and that was great to see. They were on the field a bunch of snaps and kept fighting.
Other questions for Coach? Okay, again in the back on the TV riser.
Coach, every time he slung it out to Dillon, it seemed like something good happened. 11 catches, over 90 yards. I mean, again, not a huge day for you guys, but every time you throw it to him, his hands bring it in. What can you say about his hands?
Yeah, he does a great job, always being where he's supposed to be, doing what he's supposed to do in the run game and the pass game, and they were keeping things in front of them pretty well, and we knew we just had to take what they gave us, and I thought at times we did that well, and then at times we hurt ourselves and moved backwards and weren't very consistent, but Dillon's a guy, you know where he's going to be, and he's going to give you everything he's got.
Okay, get on the front.
Cliff, the combination of the fumble recovery that Dakota had at about the 10-yard line and Broderick's play and then the interception in the end zone there late in the first half, what does that do for the offense?
Yeah, that's huge. I thought the young quarterback for Baylor played well, and they moved the ball well, but anytime you play that type of red zone defense, it gives your entire team a big boost and gives us confidence, and those were great plays by those guys.
Okay, here on the second row.
Coach, last year in this game, 1,300 yards combined between these two teams. This time around, you guys forced 4 turnovers. What did you see on that side of the ball this time around?
Yeah, I just, some of those guys are growing up, and we hadn't created that many turnovers in a while. I think the last 4 games we'd only had 1 a game, and so we're a team that feeds off that, and they take a lot of pride in getting those. And we got to keep that going, because when we're turning people over like that, we're a much better football team.
Again on the front row.
Cliff, Justin Stockton's absence today, was that still related back to his head injury?
It was, yes.
Any idea when he might be able to return?
I don't. We're going to evaluate him when we get back and see where he's at with that.
And what were you told about Trey when he came out early in the fourth quarter?
It was really just precautionary deal. He's had a lower body injury, and we were just making sure he was okay.
So you feel like you'll be okay at running back then
I hope so.
Next week?
I do. After talking to him, I think he'll be ready to go.
Hey, we'll move back on the coach's left.
Okay, it's just
Just talk about the significance of the win. Here in the Metroplex, in front of a pretty big Tech fan base, and from a recruiting perspective as well.
Yeah, it's great to play this game down here. We have such a fantastic DFW alumni base, and anytime you have your imprint down here with so many recruits, it's huge. And then to win is great for our program, our alumni, and those players in that locker room. So I was excited for them.
Okay, again on the second row.
Coach, what struck you the most about Charlie Brewer today, throwing for over 400 yards as a freshman?
Yeah, he does a great job extending plays, moving around. He's tough. Didn't get rattled after a turnover, and you saw him play like that in high school as well. I mean, he's going to be a tremendous player, very scrappy, and has a really bright future ahead of him.
And on the front.
Cliff, on Baylor's first onside kick, Jax Wells makes that fair catch signal, and you get the penalty. Was that just an alert play on his part, or are guys on that hands team coached to signal?
Yeah, they're coached up on that, but still to be able to execute that in that situation in that short amount of time, it's impressive by Jax. And he's a heads-up player, really works hard, whether we ask him to play scout team or special teams, and that's what he does. Is he makes heads-up plays for us, and I'm proud of that effort.
Other questions for Coach? Okay, here on the extreme right.
Cliff, as we talked about the defense forcing the turnovers and such, is the most frustrating part though for you the offense just not being able to produce, the way it's been in the past when your defense seems to be doing better?
Yeah, I think when you look at it, you're not always going to go out and score 50 points, and we lost a pretty tremendous player early, and so we're still working through some things, and we have a lot of good players on offense, but we're still I don't think we've played our best football. I think those guys we're having moments where we play really well and we're moving the ball, and there's moments where we have to get better, and crucial times we have to get better. When you have a chance to close out games, we haven't been great this year, and so we'll keep working at that, and we have 2 more opportunities to do that.
Coach, today was the 3rd time this season that Nick has started 10 of 10. Is that more like play calling, or do you think it's just his ability and his accuracy?
I just think he does a good job of getting locked in, getting focused early, and got to give him a lot of credit to come out and get through his reads and find the right guys. And we just got to, as the game goes on, we got to be consistent with that and try to play like that in the entire game.
Again on the front.
Cliff, I think Nick at one point was something like 23 out of 25. A lot of he had a lot of short throws, a lot of short passes today. Was that kind of the game plan, or what y'all were expecting based on what Baylor was giving you, or did that surprise you at all?
No, that's what we'd seen on tape. They want to try and keep things in front of them a lot, and gave us some soft coverage, and he was taking advantage of it. So they did a good job of that and making us drive the football, and we didn't have a ton of explosive plays.
And where do you feel like y'all are in terms of being ready to play TCU and Texas, having still to get at least one more win? Obviously to get the bowl eligibility, and I'm sure too if you to finish how you want to.
Yeah, I think we just, we're at a place where we found a way to win a game, and we got to learn from that. We know we have to play better and continue to get better, and both those teams are very good. But we like our team. We think we've had moments where we can play with anybody, and we just have to be more consistent.
Okay, closing questions for Coach. Anything else? Okay, our last question here on the front row on the left.
Coach, how was it having Pat just being on the sideline back here?
Yeah, it was great to see him. I'm just proud of what he's doing. Get reports from them of stuff he's doing on scout team, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. So it's awesome to see the success he's having, and they say he's working really hard. Yes, I think he's made 2 games. So he's a huge supporter of those guys. He played with all of them, and loves to see him have success, particularly Nick. He and Nick are very close, and so it's fun to have him down there.